Salutations, my stars. I hope you are all doing well. Okay, so today, Miss A wanted to give you an example of something that I just went through personally, and I want to explain this to you because I want you to know how important I believe my job is to help students and families. So, I recently had a parent come to me and say that their child is feeling kind of down simply because one of their other parents keeps jumping in and out of the student's life, right? Basically, the parent says that they're going to be there, and then, the parent doesn't show up, right? And so I was talking to them, and I said, okay, I'll go and I'll talk to the student and let you know how they feel, right? So I went to the student, and the student is a little, right? So I had to, one, use language that would be understandable for a little. And so I was speaking to them, and I was basically saying, hey, so I heard that you may not be feeling the best because of something that's going on with the parents. And of course, this is all paraphrasing. I'm being very broad because obviously this is very personal information. But, we were basically talking, and I said to them, I asked them how they were feeling, and they were telling me, of course, that they felt sad. And then I asked them, well, when you are feeling sad like that, what are some things that possibly help you feel better, in those moments? And they told me that they like when their other parent reads to them, right? It makes them feel better. And that was kind of my in, because I know that now I have tools. Just from that little bit of information, now I have tools. You say that you like it when your parent reads to you when your other parent isn't available. So what I told them was, okay, let's focus on that emotion, right? How do you feel when that parent reads to you, and they were explaining that they feel better, that they kind of forget about it, a little bit. And I decided that what I was going to do is recreate something called, or I found this online, and it's called a regulation station, and you can do it at home, right? It's just a regular printout. Y'all can find it, just Google it, it'll come right out for you guys. And of course, it simply gives how to create it, and you can do it however you want. Even if your child doesn't have their own room, you can create it's just creating a little section that brings a little peace, a little comfort, and basically alone time where your child can be there and not have to worry. That's their safe space, basically, right? So they have steps. The first one is discuss. So discuss where it's going to be, how you're feeling, and how you want the station to make you feel. And then number 2 is to create. Of course, this can be using a pillow fort. If you have enough to go on Amazon and buy a little teepee, or make your own little, however you want to do it, make your own little station. It can even be underneath a desk, right? You can put a little curtain up there, and then whenever they need it, they can close it. Do it in their favorite colors, or whatever you have lying around in their room, whatever extra. You can use little stuffies and pillows and blankets, right? Just to make it feel comfortable to them. Use stickers. And of course, because Miss A is extra and I had this at my disposal, I went ahead and made this for them. And then of course you can even name it and then use it whenever you're feeling a certain way. And in this case, whenever the student is feeling sad, right? So I also put in here a few fidgets, right, that can be helpful. I told the parent that they can make a little basket, and of course these are just little starters that the student can use, right? I have a fidget spinner, I have the little poppets, I have a little ball, a rolly ball, and of course I have some Play-Doh. All things that I think is acceptable to have in there. The Play-Doh, the parent may have to be there to watch over because it is a little, but I think that it'll be fine. And of course the parent's going to be there to open it with them. I also created, or I didn't create it, I got this. It's a little journal. Now I use these journals for a lot of different things. Emotions journals I use with my students all of the time. But this one specifically, and I also got a little I feel chart. Again, all of this stuff is online. I got these journals from Amazon, and basically, because they are a little, and of course this can be used for any age, sometimes a child doesn't know what they're feeling. They don't know the name of the emotion. So it's good to have the actual pictures of what that feeling means, so that even if they don't understand what the word is, they can point to it. And then, of course, the parent, I told the parent that the parent can have the child point it out, and then they can write it in here together, how they're feeling and what they're doing to feel better, right? So I thought that that was cute. And the students said that they like Bluey, so I'm gonna see if I can find some Bluey stickers as well to just make it a little bit more personal to the student. And then, of course, I got some books and, of course, little book tags and things to help out. And it's basically one about parents, and then two about themselves, right? One's called Me and one's called Look at Me. And I think that these are very important because it makes the student feel like they can be themselves, they can have their own space, they can do what they need to do, they can feel those emotions and still know that there's something being done and that they're still being seen, right? That's why this is important. This is why I love doing what I'm doing. This is why I'm so happy to have all these resources by me, because when people do need help, I may not be able to solve, the problem completely, but if this little thing makes someone feel better, then I think that I am doing my job. And that is why I love doing what I am doing. And I hope that you are loving and doing what it is that you feel comfortable doing and what makes you shine, because that is why you are important. That is why you are needed. And Miss A cares for all of you. You are all my stars, and I want you to continue to shine bright and know that Miss A sees you. I see how bright you're shining, and I want you to continue. Don't let those negative things get you down. Use them. Let them motivate you to continue to do the things you need to do, because you are perfect just the way you are. I hope you are all having a great rest of your day. Goodbye, my stars.
I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye, my stars.